Hey, people, this is May 18th, 2015. I am at this Buenos Aires morning. Here is this mood which suppresses lives and worth and erases degenerates and abominables, like naturally Argentina is the giving for. With them whole machineries of perros degenerados, telling the worth titles and whatever the power to erecting even evangelics with the pardon of victims, because of that's what they say it is. And I will drive it to the world and to people to the rebel. And Adonai instituted the goodness and not the shit, telling I have the title, I have the power, I am the authority. Any demon goes for the same, and we don't need that. And recognizing the right respect for institution instituted and the right which authority are is exactly what we have to effort at the everyday's making and understanding which the right truth-placed morals and right care for the reality and genuinely this to be. I'm gonna remove for a moment my glasses. You know, there were happening certain things all through this, and I were still and I am still prohibited to the reaching out what I need. And there is this reality that came all through so long that I were saying that I were taking like a secret of state here around. The reality of this were exactly that were an invention that I said it happened since 1990 and before as well, and there never stopped to making invention of the generations with Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, UNASUR, which today is, and what is Policía Federal Argentina, CIDE, Gendarmería Nacional, and Peronism. Of course, never were a part of this the reality of United Evangelics today, which is a very grandest of abominables legacies, pretending to be authorities of Lord and saying what to be, which are around the world. And sorry for the victims, which I am really meaning about the rescuing somehow. And I am not playing no hypocrite and no manipulative. I don't need self-market. And I don't need elementary shit. Like they naturally does. At the clear of trying to bless the world in pieces and saying that they are going to win and they are going to give them lives for the Lord and to the Lord, destroying and trying to murder Jewish all over and trying to citing, surrounding and possessing Israel, saying at the night we come like Yaricho, so the reality is like Turkey, Persia, Greece, Kuwait, Iran, Afghanistan, and also Palestine were with a charge of millions of United Evangelics, diablas, delirantes, esquizoides, atrofiadas, alienadas, demonias, to try to possess Israel and trying to destroy the nation I am of. And with Kirchner's and Policía Federal Argentina, Sodoma, Gomorra y toda perra oficialista Argentina, trying to submit me and never let me forwarding and making sites and prohibition for I to reach even some recurrent you will go to, alright, I have the whole closed roads and trade and come for lottery. You know what? I have a bother, I'm sorry. The clear fact, oh my god, forgive me. Ouch. Is certainly class of element for the generation that deflectively they says Lord is what they defines and they establish like orders about the hocus pocus of I have the authority and the anointment and the power and I make things happen. And what they makes is suppression of truth and deflective all over and intentional the whole of the heads for what they knows they says they are not gonna pay. So at this case it's like I were saying to Your Honor and I, there is a reason whenenever a person in the comes there has two ways: or goes to destroy and genocide and ruining, or kills itself. And this backed the buff, saying they are not going to pay and they are not going to go for nothing about they recognize as they done. And they are. And Adonai says, hell no, are not going to be forgiven. So at the clear of the soul for the putting senses of reality through these problems is exactly they keeps on instigating and supporting and being part accomplices of less humanity to this side, or let's say Jewish side or Semitic side. They says that we gotta be the hell, we gotta be the devil, and that we have a real sense of problems and destructions which is happening all around here. And so in the middle of this situation we are going through certain problems that are not helping us. And forgive me, I'm watching all over. I am being besieged, and this is not a lie, so I just check for security. So whatever to be around, whatever the situation, whatever the problem, I'm gonna simply check out for any class of attack, robbery, or anything which naturally, and especially if there comes from Sodoma uniformed. You know what? The clear of this in Blecha Vasifio, Halaki Vechlache Vesefesh Kobla Bechmatlache Diski, that is Matlevechlechi Sheva Matlachim Ivam. And the secret of state were already ended. The whole understood, corroborated, intentional conscience, criminal, sickness, perros degenerados, ejército argentino, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, Armada Argentina, Kirchnerismo, Peronismo, Evangelistas Unidos, and all them civil society playing the Argentina, Argentina. Ratas degeneradas, asesinos reventados, playing the patriotic and are the hell in person and conscience. On the clear fact of this, saying they are going to talk to my mother because of my mother has to giving explanation for the destruction of and to the government of Argentina and UNASUR, and says that she is killed it for birth me, but also she is supposedly arrested for prostitution with armed forces. They says they all the time witnessed with evangelicos y toda reventada mierda, and for the reason of making a massive sacrificial, saying that gotta be her womb destroyed for defending me. But Guillermo Horacio Brain, Universal, and United Evangelics, enfermas diablas reventadas aflictivas. And naming her, she cannot be but the Pompa Shira. And it's exactly what they were doing with Catholicism about Maria Adviat Geshvatri. Mamme adrete ha Yeshua ba edrecha chai elacha chai. You know what? Givo pleche ma pleche v'sesh kaba blech lachidi aktacha l'shvatze remakuach lache v'tlafest v'siat lakish kedarlachti chimiva matre machlechechem. ברבות לך וסיגישפת ארלקתי רחת, הכספות לבתששועת לברמתר לחת, עד גישמת אימצה גישקי עד ברלך ושבוע מבלעת צריך עינים. גשך לגי ורחל וחלקי וסקוב לבחלכי תשקת רדך לגירי יתשב מסכם. So the reality of this delivers into blech v'sir v'shkov lebech mablefech mablefad lebesechet tishkat ladech lechim. And forgive me, I am not feeling okay. I am coming out of this state of kind of a flu, feeling terrible, and my aspect and appearance has decreased really severely somehow. Alright, so they said, I am not who I am, I supposedly have been displaced. That were the term they used with International Court of Justice, which is not a term and neither a compound. Is we say to him how to talking. I were replaced and overposed by another that Irene, Redemi, the one which is my mother, will have a birth. And I will be kind of also forbidden to I to be birthed and to be gestated. that she never attached the command, saying, if you are of that God, you shall ever know what we say to you, like thus with every Jew and every one of mine, saying they were not tithed. And in the middle of this all, the Reba Pleche Veseveshkov Lebechmat Lechi Vihasvat Leveseshkiat Ralechavat Plechma and Masevimi. So, Reba Pleche Vesecheleshka Plechmat Pleche Visechoal Lebespot Lebeseshikat Lechamakav Ad Nemevim. Sberla Pleche Visot Lebaplaktiki Reshesh Shoamat Lamateria Tibespot Beplechmakish Kanematnivik Amavam. Give a Pleche Vosot Lebeplechi Dishkat Latechalak. So they says, I have been and told that I will come to destroying Argentina and its government and the whole of the nation. So I were penalized for genocide and for destruction of a nation and the rights of the Klechini and the responsibility of the being selected to be the government of the world with the responsibility upon the whole of the world. And the Reba Pleche Vesivishko Bachalaki mi Pleche Vesivishko Blabetachlaki mi Blevesecholactica, Refochlachalaki mi Pleche Vesivishko Blabechlachimicam, not my ID, not my identity, this, I wouldn't be birthed in Buenos Aires in Argentina, I will be a fraud, I will be a lie, I will be a conspiracy by the Jewish, by Israel, and by the God himself. In the terms that they expressed, and not directly, Yahweh, El Chai, Kadosh, Adonai, Avi, Avinu, Malkeinu, Eloheinu, Elokeinu, El Chai, El Adon, Melech. And Yeshua HaSaret, Yeshua HaNasare, and Blecha Vaplecha Diskecha Lishketcha Lachivi Amatze, Elacha Chai, Melech HaMalachim, Adon Atletzi Secha Chai Da'atzali Adonim, Elacha Chai, El Chai. And Ruach Elohim, Ruach HaKodesh, Adon Etlechi Techachai Kadosh Ruach. But also the reality that I will be a never allowed to be, to exist, and I were not controlled by the responsible prime, which will be Irena Redemi. So she deserves to be then killed until death. The ethnics and cultural rights for Argentina. Kirchner's our law. And another evangelic saying, oh, bravo. With the Sodoma phallus erecting them on top of the world, for they to be in the Sodoma ben Rabasiri Sachlecheri Kovesiu, Mansimia Plachanima Safachligi, which is the picture. And ready for the keep on making the same. Already we're taking it all off. Already we've done to it. Already we've did all. And evangelics coming all around to giving in my people, saying this are all for death because of Lord spoken us, and we are the authorities and we are the prophets and we've shown it all. And mothers and fathers completely massively raped and destroyed and hidden because of, oh, they has the power and the authority, they cursed them. We can't do it, and we are going to have the sacrifice and the power. Lord Caven. And PERRAS, Sodom and Gomorrah, saying, we are the authors, oh, don't you come to me, this is not possible, this cannot be of them, and this one cannot say he had done it, because if they came to us and shown the certain Glevech Lacheri with sword, put me to mind, you caught it? Thank God, Cassette, and we didn't know what to say. Kirchner's mierda en una sur, naturally. You've done to me already. So the reality will be everything he've done, we've done it and not him. We have its mind and we think, we feel, we show the spiritual, don't you see me? We have it. It were us and not him. And you went to guessing, hugging, and making the whole of the Bechevet Charity devising Keshmotablachti in Boshakti Masuat Lebechladi satellitely give so Blecheladi point Mirlebechlachi with the whole of your helpers, Torsmar, Kavalam, Atborra, Atkerem, which no one has the real name that. Perras degeneradas, Ejército argentino, Armada Argentina, Kirchners, se levantan en contra de nosotros, nos hacen daño, conspiran y nos roban. ¿Qué vamos a hacer? Te voy a matar. Con ejecución, por justicia, te voy a matar. Y vas a saberlo pronto. https://www.ordmcbm.dxtvff middle OCBAM OCBIM OCCARE OCTEL middle las manías de una cucaracha que se creyó que era santo, pobre infeliz. Nosotros somos del Señor y mostramos el poder del Señor, y cuando decimos en el nombre de Jesús, el mundo se somete a su poder. ODRMPDMTXPOCBMDO RMC RMP RMX 1319BMC4348 21238585681111.DMT middle sysmiddle IBM 5.INT bar XOXI.EDFN middle BMC OD closure equals CPR BMC 13.F.I DMI.114.DFWNDXC 13 2.F4F9.1 systems recall in Dosman F7, the last all tools that I gave it. From Adonai, not from... We done it first! Delirantes perras del infierno que van a morir por toda la degenerada mierda que son por la eternidad. Shalom. Sorry the word, Alejandro María Blanco Redemi. I'm sorry, Your Honors, Israel. I'm gonna give the fight. Shalom.